It's called The Chamber of the Body right now, but it's probably going to change like right after I read this. The boy walking past a parking garage has headphones over his ears. They are noise canceling. They are made of solid aluminum. They are currently blasting music through the boy's ears, pressing frequencies to vibrate on his eardrums. A homeless man rides past the boy southbound on a bicycle, listening to nothing but the cool night air of the city, the honking cars, the rush of the trees, the rush of their tires on the ground. He hears the faint whistle of wind, sees the gritty sand grains in the concrete glitter like pearls as he rushes past slab after slab on his downhill cycle toward the main road. A woman is walking a block away with 3 grocery sacks in her hands. They push her toward the earth, but she is able to overcome the weight of gravity and remain upright. She sees the distant figure of the boy ahead and a cyclist passing by him. She sees the boy's neck swaying back and forth as he walks, sees the antennae protruding from his ears, wrapping around his skull. The boy can only hear the music and his breathing. He slides through the city's streets like a skater, pirouetting across intersections and arabesquing under overpasses. He's alone in his own world, unable and unwilling to listen to the sounds of his own life, save his breathing, unwilling to remain uncovered by the night's suffocating blanket. So the boy turns inward to the loud music, causing his head to rattle. A car is approaching the boy with fervor, its driver holding the accelerator like a loaded gun, slowly squeezing on the trigger. Its own stereo is blasting its own song. As its driver looks up from the adjusting the volume to a louder notch, its headlights see a boy performing a double axel across the street. Before its driver considers to stop, the boy's backpack is snapped off his back, and it skitters across the pavement, cracking his laptop screen, bending the edges of his books, breaking open his pen, spilling inky blood over everything. His cell phone is crushed in his pocket by the car's grill, its guts spilling out through the battery compartment. His music player remains unharmed as the car, his unlikely pair, lifts him into the air for another stunt. The headphones rip from the jack and his music player and dance like a streamer in the air, spiral after spiral until the boy lands unsuccessfully on the hard pavement behind the car. The boy is able to lament his failed trick from the uncushioned pavement. He looks back at the silent car, looks at the silent woman approaching the rink, her mouth open, eyes crinkled in horror. Sees a cyclist turn around, his wild hair dancing in the silent wind. He imagines the silent cars drifting home in the silent dark. The silence comes from his headphones, still held to his ears. And the boy's head becomes foggier and foggier in the silence as he listens to nothing but himself fade away through the unmuffled chamber of the sound in the cavity of his body. The boy walking past the parking garage has headphones over his ears. They are noise canceling. They are made of solid aluminum. They are currently blasting noiselessness through the boy's ears, pressing frequencies onto his slowing heart.